Greetings everyone and welcome to a new video. Today's pick a card reading is going to be a very straightforward one in which I'm going to help you make a choice between two different options. In case you have an important decision to make but you feel like you are torn between two possibilities, I will use a tarot to briefly assess both of them and help you decide which would be best for you. And you can always come back to this video whenever you feel indecisive about something. Now, of course, the final choice will always be yours. This is only meant to offer you some guidance and assist you to do some introspection, but you do have free will at the end of the day, so make sure to use your own judgment and trust your own intuition as well. That being said, I have prepared 5 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 is going to be this red jasper. Pile number 2 is going to be this malachite. Pile number 3 is going to be this angelite. Pile number 4 is going to be this tiger's eye. And pile number 5 is going to be obsidian. You can take all the time you need to pick whichever pile you feel most drawn to, and then you can use the timestamps in the description down below to skip straight to your reading. Welcome pile number 1. If you've picked the red jasper, this is going to be your reading, and these two are going to be your 2 options. So let's get into it and let's see what you've got for both decision A and decision B, let's call them, okay? So for option number A, you've got these 2 cards over here. The first one is the Chariot, and the second one is the 7 of Wands in reverse. Okay, and if your choice number 2 or for choice B, you've got also 2 cards, and these are the Ace of Wands in reverse, as well as the Wheel in reverse. Okay, so beginning with your first option over here on the left side, this Chariot and the 7 of Wands in reverse is talking about some kind of forward moving, okay? This is some kind of progress happening over here if you take this path, but this is also going to come with some sort of resistance or some kind of obstacles that you are going to have to face. And it's not going to be very pleasant, but it's not going to drift you away from your path either. So this path over here is not going to be easy, okay? It's not going to be flowing very easily and without issues, but the issues that might arise are totally reasonable, let's say. I mean, this is nothing that should worry you or something that you should worry about not being able to face. Basically, like, you have all the tools to deal with the issues that might arise here on your path, but this is going to take some strength and some courage for you. Okay, so this option is definitely about you moving on from something or towards something new. This is talking about a new beginning of some sort, of moving, maybe even like literally moving places. If you have been, if you have to make a choice between like staying or going or moving or not, this is definitely the choice that talks about moving. And it seems like this would be the better option for you long term. But as I said, it is going to come with some obstacles that you're going to have to face. And that's exactly the reason you are doubting this option over here, or you try to, avoid, or you doubt making this decision. It's because you have some resistance towards it out of, I don't know, maybe fear, maybe I get this message that this is something you might have been through before, and so you have some resistance and fear regarding some past experience that didn't go well. Maybe you have moved places in the past and it didn't really go as expected, or you didn't really manage to adapt so well, and so you realize this might be the better option for you right now, but you are resistant to it because you fear that the same things that happened in the past might happen again soon. But it seems like that will not be the case. And to me, it seems like even though you might have these fears over here, this might end up being your better option, both short-term and long-term anyways. Because it seems to me that this plan over here is not going to work out even if you want it to. There's some issue with timing over here, definitely. I see here you're trying to start something new where you are. Perhaps maybe you are, as I said, maybe you're thinking of staying and starting something new here, or going away somewhere and starting a new life in a new country or in a new city or in a new place. This could, of course, be talking about like a spiritual evolution or just some progress in self-development, but even like career-wise or moving on from a relationship or anything like that. So it's either going away or staying and trying to start something new here. But it seems like this option over here is not really well timed, let's say. It seems like even though you will decide to stay and try to change things or start something new here where you are right now, things are really gonna get in the way. I mean, it's really not going to work. You're just gonna face so many obstacles that, unlike the obstacles we were talking about over here, are going to be much more difficult to face. And there's just gonna be some kind of feeling of bad luck surrounding this whole plan over here. So I'm just gonna be very straightforward in telling you that if you go with option number 2 over here, it's not gonna take long until you're gonna realize that this is not gonna work out. So even if you choose to go with this path here, you're gonna have to give up pretty quickly. So if you just want to get like the best of both worlds and try this out to convince yourself that you know, there's nothing you could do and that you tried everything and it still didn't work, you can go ahead, because this is not going to hurt you, because it's like a blocked entrance. Like the universe, you have the wheel in reverse, things are just not going to go your way. You know, there's going to be some divine intervention that is going to stop you from going on this path. I mean, you're going to find so many blockages that are going to be so messy and unexplainable. It's like you're going to feel it yourself that universe is not guiding you in this way. And so you can go ahead and try this out and see for yourself that it's not going to work. And then you can move on to decision number 1, let's call it. And move on, move places, try something new, just go on and pursue this option here that requires, you know, it is going to require a lot of motivation and drive. The chariot is governed by the sign of Cancer, so this could be home matters, as I said, moving homes or moving with your family or issues surrounding family in some way. But it's a path that requires a lot of discipline and like strong will and determination, and also what's the word, discipline. Yeah, you have to really set like a plan and really stick to it long term, and it also requires some strength to deal with some possible minor obstacles that will inevitably come in your way. But other than that, this is definitely a path that has the potential for great success if you maintain this discipline that I was talking about. And now, also for confirmation, I also want to draw some cards from this deck as well. This is Angel Answers Oracle. And I want to get some messages, some guidance from your angels or from your spirit guide for both of these options, to see either some words of encouragement or some confirmations. So for option number 1, we have peaceful resolution. Let's just put this over here. And for option number 2, we got look for a sign. Okay, interesting. Well, I don't think you can see this very well. Let me just move them over here. So yeah, I see like for option number 1, you got your confirmation that this is going to bring you a peaceful resolution. Things are going to settle very well. Things are going to get in your favor here. You have your angels protecting you and inspiring you to find solutions to every problem. And they're also reassuring you that you are going to be rewarded if you do have the courage and determination to follow this path. Okay? While for option number 2, you are being encouraged to look around and pay attention to any signs that are telling you to avoid going on to this path, or that might be warning you about the obstacles that might arise if you choose to do so. I'm also getting that you probably know and feel yourself intuitively. You have this feeling in your gut that this is not the right choice for you right now. But the angels are just confirming this, that you should probably pay more attention to this intuition and to this feeling you've got, because it's really telling you the truth. So yeah, group number 1, Here's your answer to your indecision. Seems like this option is going to be a no for you right now. I wouldn't cancel this plan completely, but I would say this is definitely not the right time to go to this path right now. While option number A is going to be the right choice for you long term, even though it's going to require some effort and some persistence, but in the long term you are going to be paid for your efforts, and yeah, the final outcome is going to be favorable, and it's going to be very peaceful for you. So yeah, I hope this really resonates with you. Please let me know in the comments if it does, or if it helped you with some guidance, if it helped you make your decision, and if it did, please leave me a like as well, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Hi, group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you picked the malachite crystal, this is going to be your reading, and these are going to be your 2 options for your decision-making process. So let's see. For your option number 1, we got 2 cards over here, and these are the Druidic of Swords, and this is going to be the equivalent of the Queen of Swords, but in reverse, as well as the 6 of Stones, which are the 6 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite, and this is also in reverse. And for your option number 2, we also got 2 cards, and these are the Emperor, upright this time, as well as the 7 of Cups. Okay, so group number 2, I feel like for most of you, it's going to be the case that you're trying to make a decision regarding a relationship. Not for all of you, but I feel like most of you are going to have issues in relationships, because especially on the left side over here with your first option, I see a person, if a female person in an air sign, either Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, that is kind of manipulative, kind of dishonest, let's say, or someone that has an ill intent and they're trying to, you know, kind of control the narrative, and a person that likes to play games and likes to prove themselves superior to others through the way they talk to them, if that makes sense. So there's some sense of arrogance here that's being expressed through their words, okay? So you might deal with a person like that, and this could be the way they turn out to be if you choose to pursue a relationship with the person you have in mind right now, or if you continue to have a relationship with the person you are with right now. They could prove to be very ill-intended and manipulative. And also with the 6 of Stones, which is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, this can also indicate some imbalance in the way that they could turn out to be very selfish, and you might end up being the person that's giving too much without receiving in return, right? So they're taking and taking from you, and you keep giving, and there's nothing for you to receive in return, and that's a very, you know, unbalanced type of relationship. There is a lack of reciprocity, right? So if you choose option number A, you're gonna have to deal with that, and it's not gonna be very pleasant for you. So I would definitely advise you against going on this path, because on the right side over here with your plan number 2, or with your option number B, or not number B, but your option B, I see you being on your own with many more options, with many more better options, you see. So even though this might be temporarily uncomfortable for you, to say goodbye to someone that's been in your life, or to say goodbye to a potential partner that you have, you know, imagined and made all of these plans in your head about, there's so many more possibilities for you to be with someone that fits you and that respects you, and that is more suitable for you. You have the Emperor here, which is a very strong and confident card. You know, I see you being as this Emperor here that represents stability and authority, and just being, you know, your own leader, just being your own boss, and like taking control of things and making rational decisions. This could be very relevant for you, especially if you are in the sign of Aries, or any fire sign for that matter, Leo, Sagittarius as well. But in any case, you are a very fiery and passionate person. You have so much to offer to other people. I see you being very confident over here. You also have like this crow in the tree, so it's like this is you after something coming to an end, right? The crow is like representing death or substantial change, and moving on to a new chapter in your life, which is why you have the sun. You have another day beginning, you have another chance at love. If this is about love, as I said, it could be really about anything. If you have like a job that is not being fair to you, for example, that could also make sense. If you have like a boss in an air sign that is being unfair to you and is talking you down and not paying you well enough, and like not providing you with what you deserve, like not providing you and offering you the pay that you deserve for the work that you're doing. I could also see you moving on from something like a job and being your own boss, maybe starting your own business, or just having a sea of options that would all be so much more better than what you have now, or than what you want to go towards here, if this is something where you're not yet at. If that makes sense. This is a general reading, so all of the meanings can get really mixed together, so I'm trying to encompass everyone that's watching, so that's why it can get confusing. But yeah, definitely choice number 2 or choice B is definitely the way to go here for your group number 2, okay? Because you are going to be so much more hopeful, so much more in control, so much more respected, and you're going to have self-respect, you're going to have your self-confidence. People are going to see it, people are going to look at you with admiration, and that's going to open up so many new doors for you with the 7 of Cups. As I said, this is a card that represents many choices. It represents illusions as well, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. There's like a sea of options, and they're not all good for you, but you know, a lot of them will be much better than what you had in the past. And so there's some element of like having discernment. Yeah, you're gonna require this ability to make your choice and to know yourself, to know what fits you, and the ability to discern, you know, good from bad, and realize what's best for you and what doesn't fit you from out of all of these options that you're going to have. So you must be careful with this, but this is definitely still the way to go if you were to choose between these 2 options. Okay, so just for confirmation, group number 2, I'm also going to draw some cards from this deck of angel answers, just to see some words of encouragement, or some, I don't know, words of what is that called? Warning. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So for your option A, you have choose a new direction. Pretty clear, right? And for your choice number 2, you have perfect timing. Wow, that's beautiful, group number 2. There's your confirmation. Option number 2 is the best for you right now. This is the perfect timing for you to start something new. It's a new year, it's a new beginning, it's a new sunrise, it's a new chance for you, for something better, for something you deserve, and for something that fits you, and it's very authentic to you and to who you are and what you're good at and what you deserve. So yeah, group number 2, I really hope this reading resonated with you and helped you make a decision. If it did, please tell me all about it in the comments down below, and also leave me a like if you liked the video. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos in the future. I'll thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Hello, group number 3, welcome to your reading. If you've picked the Angelite crystal, this is going to be a reading on what choice to make. And these are going to be your 2 options, so let's get into it and let's see what cards you've got for each of them. So for your option number 1, these are going to be your cards, and you got the Devil, as well as the Tower in reverse. Okay, and for your choice number 2, you also have 2 cards, and these are the 10 of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Cups upright. Okay, so group number 3, I feel like looking at these cards, I feel like it's a situation that you already find yourself into. This is not like a question of whether to go this way or not. I feel like you're already here, and this is the choice for you to stay, to continue to stay here, or to move on to something better. In case it's not clear already, I'm definitely not feeling like your spiritual guides are guiding you towards this path over here. This is definitely a no for you. And I'm saying that because you have the Tower in reverse along with the Devil, which is definitely telling me that there's a major situation in your life, possibly regarding relationships or anything that might create a sense of addiction and temptation in a way. So as I said, it could be a person, it could be a bad habit that you have and that you are finding really hard to get over and give up on. But this is definitely something that's influencing your life in a major negative way. And this is something that you know you have to let go of, but you really don't feel like doing it. I mean, you feel unable to do it because you have the Tower in reverse, which is definitely an indication of resistance to change or trying to avoid the inevitable. I mean, you are running from something and you feel like, you're like sweeping the problems under the rug, even though this thing is coming towards you. I mean, you see the wave coming at you and you're just in you're either in denial about it or you know it's coming, but you feel powerless in front of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but to translate this very clearly, this could be, as I said, about habit that is really impacting like your health situation right now, but it could also be a relationship, a very toxic relationship that you find yourself in, and that it's starting to affect you physically almost. Could also be, of course, a job situation that is very, very stressful and that is affecting you seriously at this point. But there's something keeping you there, and it's some kind of addiction, some kind of codependence that's keeping you there, and it's really harming you passively, even if you realize it or not at the moment. So yeah, definitely option number A, to keep on staying in the situation you find yourself in, or I don't know, pursuing a situation. Like if you're considering going this way, if this is a choice that you have, like let's say you have to choose between two jobs, right? This job that you are considering might have you end up in a situation like this, okay? I just said intuitively, I feel like most of you do already find yourselves in the situation, but some of you might be in danger of putting yourself in this situation without realizing, okay? So if you have like a choice that seems like it's too good to be true, stay away from it, okay? Because this is a no-no for everyone watching this, okay? So group number 3, option number A, let go of it. Don't even think about it or get out of it as soon as possible, okay? Because your option number B here has the potential to give you so much better options, and it has the potential to make you so much happier and fulfilled emotionally, because you do have the 10 of Cups along with the 10 of Swords in reverse, which signifies a sort of recovery from an ending, okay? So that's why I'm saying, for those of you ending this situation, there is going to be a time when you are going to feel, mentally unwell, because it takes a lot of time to heal trauma, but your long-term results will be so much better than what you would have had if you stayed in that situation. And from others, or for others, you will have an opportunity to end something that was not serving you in the past, okay? So there's like both options lead to some sort of ending, okay? Like one option is you trying to deny that ending, and one option is for you to accept this ending and move on, okay? And like one way or another, you're gonna have to do this anyway, because this is not sustainable. So yeah, I would say go for option number B and go through this process of healing emotionally and mentally, especially because this is the swords we're talking about, and this is all about the mental. And so you're gonna have to heal these thoughts that are going to draw you into temptation as well, and it's going to, you're gonna have a lot of tempting thoughts to go back to your old ways, and so it is going to be an internal battle for you to give up on your old habits, but it is a must for you to do, and this is going to have a process that you're going to have to deal with and accept, and it's not going to be easy, but it is going to be so rewarding long term, because then you're going to find yourself in this 10 of Cups situation, which is a card of emotional fulfillment, of happiness and harmony, There's also a sense of like connection and completion. So this is talking about emotional fulfillment, whether that is you know, an internal feeling that you have or something external, something that's coming from, you know, the people around you, people that are going to come into your life, that you're going to allow to come into your life. And you know, could also be talking about the family or finding like your soulmate or things like that. So you are just opening up yourself to emotional fulfillment by going through this process of emotional and mental healing. And just for confirmation, I'm also going to draw some cards from this deck. This is the Angel Answers deck, so I'm going to draw one card for each option to see what the angels say. So let's see for your option number 1. You have a year from now. And for your option number 2, oh, okay, we got yes. That's a very clear cut yes answer for option number 2 here. So definitely go this way. And I feel like this a year from now card is talking about an inevitable change that is going to happen a year from now, whether you like it or not. I feel like you can only like stick to the situation for like 1 more year, and that's going to be your limit before this right side starts to happen, you know, this right option starts to kick in, and you're gonna have to do it because you're not going to be able to hold this anymore. You're not going to be able to sustain this way of living anymore. So there you go, group number 3. There is your answer. I really hope it resonated with your situation. And if it did, I would love to hear about it in the comment section down below. I would love if you took the time to give me a like to this video and to subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos in the future. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Hello, group number 4, welcome to your reading. If you've picked the Tiger's Eye crystal, this is going to be a reading on what choice to make. And these are going to be your 2 options, so let's get into it and see what cards you've got for each one of them. So for your option A, group number 4, these are going to be your 2 cards. The first card is the 5 of Wands, and the second card is the 4 of Cups. And then for your option B, you also have 2 cards, and these are the Hierophant along with the 2 of Cups. Oh wow, okay. So if you want a straightforward answer, go for option B. Okay, but let's get into detail here. So this is a matter between people, I feel like. For most of you, that's going to be the case, at least, because on the left side over here, if you go with choice A, I can definitely see conflict happening, or like competition between 2 people. I see some arguing going on, and I also see some disappointment and like some apathy and boredom, and like these negative feelings that make me think of like a conflict between 2 people, and perhaps some sort of distancing between. I'm not gonna say breakup. This is definitely not a breakup happening over here, but there's definitely like a separation, or like a temporary separation from a group of people, or from a situation that involves conflict, as I said, even if it's just between 2 people. But when I first saw these cards, I instantly thought about picking your battles. Yeah, the expression of like picking your battles. So there is a feeling here of like either bringing up an uncomfortable subject, or like you know, bringing up some controversial topic of discussion in a couple, or in a family, or in a group of people, that is not going to turn out very pleasant. You know, it's not going to turn out very well. It's going to turn into a fiery discussion that's going to leave you all very disappointed, and you know, having quite negative feelings towards each other. And so yeah, I would encourage against going onto this path over here, because on the right side you have the Hierophant and 2 of Cups, and let me tell you, these 2 cards are giving marriage. Like these 2 cards together are really giving marriage. So if this is like a couple situation, I would say rather than going on and having a fight with your husband or wife, I'd rather go on and marry them. Okay, so it's I feel like this is like you prioritizing peace and harmony in your relationship rather than bringing up heated discussions and like, you know, conflictual discussions and topics. So if that's what this is all about, then I would say this is like a test for you. And then I would say the choice is pretty obvious, but it could also be, as I said, a matter like a family matter or like a work matter. So if you want to continue a peaceful collaboration with your people at work, or you know, if you want to get along with your family, I would say this is an option for you to concentrate on your own wisdom, like choosing to be the wiser one in the conversation and like not stirring up the nerves in other people, but rather choosing to be the mature one and understanding other people's reasons for doing some things that might have triggered you, and like trying to solve this discussion internally somehow, like doing some introspection and like realizing like how many times have you been the one that has said some hurtful things or has done some stupid things and offended another one. Okay, so instead of like bringing up a heated discussion and like creating conflict, try and like empathize, you know, transform that energy into empathy and try to understand the reasons behind it in order to calm yourself down and like solve the situation without involving the actual people involved, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but this situation here requires some wisdom from your part. Okay, and this is a much more peaceful and calmer way to navigate the situation, because it doesn't come off as a very intense or like a very serious problem. It seems like it's just, you know, a temporary small thing in the greater scheme of things, so it's nothing you should really invest and like waste so much energy on trying to solve, right? So yeah, it's either like managing a conflict in the external way, like just creating chaos around you and having a big fight and like feeling like crap afterwards, or solving it internally, being a wiser, making some introspection and understanding that maybe you were at fault too, or maybe they had their reasons to do it this way, and like being empathetic and accepting that not everyone's perfect and like maintaining this harmony and collaboration between you two. Also, pick up your fights wisely, and if this is about a relationship, then try to consider the long-term implications of this small thing that's bothering you. Try to understand if this is something that is really weighing so heavy in the greater scheme of things, and if this is something worth having, you know, a separation over, rather than having your person next to you, and rather than maintaining this peace and harmony that has the potential for a long-term relationship or even a marriage, as this card suggests over here. All right, so I'm also gonna draw 2 more cards from this deck over here. This is Angel Answers, and I want to get some guidance for each of the options you have here, group number 4 as well. Just as confirmation, or just as advice or warnings against, or, you know, anything that we can get from your spirit guide here. So let's see for option number A for group number 4, or option A, not number A. Let's see, what do we have? We got 2 cards. I'm gonna get the top one, and this is going to be, it's up to you. Yeah, exactly. It's up to you if you wanna go down this path over here, or for option B, we got no. So there you have it. It's up to you if you want to let your negative feelings take over you, and if you want to express them externally and create chaos and conflict and like a big argument over it and let it create distance between you and your people, or if you want to say no to those negative feelings and transform it into an opportunity for internal growth and self-improvement, and also an opportunity for you to become wiser and more empathetic and kind to other people around you, while also maintaining this emotional connection, this mutual respect, and maintaining these strong harmonious relationships or partnerships, being them either personal or professional. So yeah, there you have it, group number 4. I hope this message resonated with you and it helped you make your decision. If it did, please leave me a like to this video, and you can also leave me a comment down below to tell me all about your situation. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos in the future. I would really appreciate that. And I also appreciate the fact that you watched this video. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Hello, group number 5, welcome to your reading. If you've picked the obsidian crystal, this is going to be a reading on what choice to make. And these two are going to be your 2 options. So let's get into it and see what cards you've got. So for your option number 1 here, you got 2 cards, and these are going to be 5 of stones, which is the 5 of pentacles, as well as the Ace of stones, this time in reverse. And for your option B here, you got the 3 of wands in reverse, as well as the Hermit. Okay, the instant feeling I got is that for you, group number 5, for most of you at least, this is going to be a money matter or an issue with finances, career, and that sort of area, because well, first of all, you got pentacles on the left side, and that is giving me like a decision to make regarding some kind of investment or some kind of job shifting or anything like that, career oriented type decision. So if that is the case, and even if it's related to a relationship or anything else in your life, I feel like your cards are leaning towards option number B here, and I'm going to explain why. Let's just take the example of like thinking about making some kind of investment, right? If you were to go down the path of option A, this is showing like the Ace of stones and the 5 of stones. You are trying to start something new, or you are trying. See, these cards represent like an inability to manifest an opportunity. This is all about instability or a feeling of lacking, a feeling of losing what you've had. So as I said, if this is about an investment, I would say don't go down this path and don't go forward with that investment, because there's a high possibility for you to lose what you had, and to create a very difficult situation, especially because you are probably investing here more than you can afford. Okay, so this is going to be a great impact in your finances if you end up losing. This of course can also talk like an investment of time and energy into a project. It can signify you going down the path of like a certain career. So anything like that, there's a blockage here. Okay, the Ace of stones or the Ace of pentacles, especially in reverse, talks about a failed beginning. Okay, so you are trying to start something but it's not successful, or you are not able to start it in the first place. Maybe you have like an initiative to start your own business, but you are facing so many delays and so many obstacles in your path, and you are just not you can make it happen. There's always something, and even if you did manage to do it, there's an investment of money here that is going to be lost, or an investment of time and energy that's going to be lost. So any initiative you might have, I feel like there's an invitation for you to rather wait and give it a little bit more time, because the right side over here is talking exactly about that. You have the 3 of wands, which in reverse talks about also about delays and setbacks and like a lack of progress. The ship is not leaving. So this can indicate like a very frustrating time due to restrictions or like unfulfilled expectations, or failure to plan effectively. But it can also signify like an encouragement or advice for you to like stop planning, or to stop for a second and don't plan anything anymore. Take a break, pause for a second and rethink everything, because you got the Hermit, and the Hermit is the card that talks about introspection, right? And being on your own and looking in your soul. There's soul searching happening here, or there's soul searching that needs to happen. And it's suggesting, you know, a path where you are required to look inward and to do some reflection and seek some guidance from within before you proceed with your plans. So this is about Pentacles, so this could also be a timing issue. There's also a possibility that there's lack of resources for you to start this thing that you intend, or there's simply, you know, external factors that are not well aligned for you right now. So there is an invitation for you to definitely, well, I would say this is the path for you to go. Plan B, which is for you to stop the planning for 1 second and think about it some more. Okay, you still need to do some searching. You still need to do some planning, but not in the sense of like external planning, but like internal searching and like evaluating whether this plan is really the best choice for you, whether this is really what you want to do or not. So yeah, start planning for what you want to do and start planning towards what's best for you. And this time you would spend doing some introspection could really prove helpful into leading you to realize that what you are intending to do here might not be best for you. And it could be something else that you could try, and that could be, you know, aligned with your intentions and aligned with your path and with your life purpose. So group number 5, yeah, definitely go with plan B. Definitely reassess your plan, definitely reassess your decision here, and don't rush. Don't go head first, because there's a high risk involved here with this left option here. So there's no need for you to risk it all only to end up losing everything, when you can think about it again and again and find maybe like a third option that's outside what we have here. I feel like that is going to be the answer for you, something like a third option that you don't see yet and that requires some introspection for you to start seeing, if that makes sense. Only for confirmation, I'm also going to draw 1 card for each of these options from this oracle deck here. This is Angel Answers. So for your option number 1, I'm going to draw 1 card to see what your inner guide has to say about these 2 options here. So let's see for your choice number 1. What message do you have? And this says you're ready. And for your option B, oh, that's way too many, but I'm gonna get the top card. Meditation brings answers. Oh my god, that's okay, that's very interesting. A very clear message here for you. There's some meditation that needs to happen for you to find what's best for you, but this is not a matter of you not being ready. Okay, so this was a message that was very important for Spirit to convey to you in this reading. It's not that you cannot go on to this path to start something new because you are not ready. You are definitely ready. You're simply not going the path that you are meant to go. Your energy is not meant to be put in this endeavor right here, but something else. But this is definitely not your fault, and whatever answers you will get from meditating and from performing this introspection, you are ready and you have everything it takes to go on and do it. So I really hope this message resonated with you, group number 5. I really hope this has helped you pick your decision. And if it did, please leave me a like to this video and tell me all about your situation in the comment section down below, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.